Your roses are pruned, you've picked up all the canes, all the debris, all of the foliage that has fallen onto the ground, and you have a clean environment around the base of your rose bush. Great, everything is perfect. Now the next step to get them ready for a beautiful spring flush. But also, this is your time to start the plant to get ready for its journey throughout the season. You want it to be as healthy as it possibly can in the beginning. So we are going to dormant spray. There are a couple ways you can do this. You can buy a pre-mixed neem oil or a fungicide like copper, or you can find a horticultural oil that's pre-mixed. You're going to want to use something that is for pests and mites, and also something that is for a fungicide. You can use something like neem oil, which has all three in one, but at least find some type of combination of the horticultural oil and a copper base product. If you have one or two, a handful of rose bushes, pre-mixed solution might be just fine. That might be enough. If you have more and you're going to go through a few bottles of that, it's probably best to buy a concentrated mix. So you're going to go and mix some of the horticultural oil with some of the copper, or mix the neem into a larger sprayer. Before we start spraying, make sure there's a few pieces of safety equipment that you should have. Always wear gloves when you're spraying, preferably something waterproof. And again, this is if you're spraying a lot of plants. If you're just spraying one or two plants, I'd still maybe wear gloves, but you don't have to get all decked out. Wear some goggles, glasses, something to protect your eyes, maybe a hat. And when we're spraying, we have a lot of plants here, so we wear respirators. This is very protective. It's made for organic spraying. We'll put a link for it down below. But you could probably use a KN95, something like that at the least. But if you're spraying a lot of plants, just be safe. Put on a respirator. You don't want to be breathing any of these chemicals, even if they're certified organic. Now we're going to go mix. First step you're going to do is fill the tank about halfway with water. Then you're going to mix your solutions depending on what the manufacturers recommend. If the plants are smaller, younger plants, I would maybe go with the smaller end of the scale with if it's like 2.5 tablespoons to 5 tablespoons per gallon of water, go with the smaller one. If they're larger, more mature plants, go with the higher end. Agitate it a little bit, shake it up if you can. Don't spray it all over yourself, please. And then add the rest of the water, put on the top of the sprayer, start pumping away once it's closed, and get that air pressure build up in there so you can start spraying. All right, now we're going to go around and give these plants a spray. We're just preparing our plant for the upcoming season. We're saying thank you to the plant for doing its great job the previous season, and we're going to reward it as it will reward us. So now that you're done spraying, make sure you wash out the spray tank, clean it out, put some water in there, shake it up, spray it out. You don't want to leave any chemicals in there that might clog up the sprayer. Now that I've finished up here, I'll come back in about 7 to 10 days to do a second application, and that should be good for the beginning of our spring. If you have any questions, send them this way, comment below, contact us on social media. We appreciate you watching these and look forward to showing you more in the next step in our season.